All right, guys, let's get started. We'll ignore the icy freshes. But here we go. Jargon is another term for vocabulary, ritual, artifact, or Miss Stenstrom's desk. All right, I think we've got more than we need, so we'll hit end to that. Ooh, Anya, going strong right away. A historian is an expert who studies records of the past, doesn't fill in their assigned notebook, digs up artifacts from the ground, or studies the past by examining objects. A geographer is an expert who throws snowballs blindfolded, studies and creates maps of Earth's natural features, studies the universe, or studies the past by examining objects. An archaeologist is an expert who studies records of the past, someone who didn't study for the social studies test, studies the past by examining objects, or studies hominins. Prehistoric relates to a ceremony such as a religious ceremony, is an object made or used by people in the past, is Mrs. Beaver's fashion sense, or is before written history. Good job, Anya. Oh, and Haley's on the board, and Madison is climbing up. A ritual is an object made or used by people in the past, relates to a ceremony such as a religious ceremony, is before written history, or is something you do only once for a frenemy. All right, guys. Anya's still in the lead. What is an artifact? Is it an object made or used by people in the past? Does it relate to a ceremony such as a religious ceremony? Is it the ice found in the back of the freezer? Or is it the last crumb in the box of cereal? Good job, guys. Ooh, Sebastian's climbing up. What is the definition of paleo? Is it new? Is it to migrate from one geographic region to another? Is it when you lose your summer tan? Or is it ancient? Anya's still super fast, but Sandra is climbing the ranks. Ooh, Jack's up there too. Nice. Hominins. Are they monkeys, abilities or skills, early ancestors of humans, or scientists who study human development? Is an anthropologist someone who studies the past by examining objects, studies the broken bits of crayon after sharpening one, studies human development, or studies the natural formations of the earth? All right, guys, let's move on. Jack's now in the lead. Good job, Jack. What is capability? Is it to move from one geographic region to another? Is it ability or skill? Is it ancient? Or is it to move files? It should be on the computer from one source to another. Good job, Jack. Still in the lead. What does migrate mean? Does it mean ancient? To move from one geographic region to another? Is it ability or skill? Or is it to change the TV channel? Sebastian, this was not an issue earlier. Oh, good job. What is the definition of civilization, guys? Is it society with arts, sciences, government, and social structure? Is it to settle in one geographic region before moving to another? Is it the moldy parts of blue cheese? Or is it a city state? There are more answers than we need, so we're going to move on. What is cuneiform or cuneiform? Is it the name for the hunched skeletal structure of Homo habilis? Is it the letter that comes after peniform? Is it writing that uses wedge-shaped characters, or is it a clay stamp? Still holding strong, and Alan's now on the board. What is the definition of a pictograph? Is it an early type of photograph, the first number systems used by hominins, a symbol that stands for an object, or how dogs communicate to their owners? What is social structure? Is it the ladder that people use to climb the billboards? Is it what you call bunk beds? Is it another name for the food chain? Or is it the way a civilization is organized? Good job, guys. Still hanging in there. You know, you do better if you were focused on the game. What is the word for an ancient Mesopotamian temple tower with staircases and a shrine on top? Is it levee, ziggurat, or none of it? What is the definition of culture? Is it our ability to use Neolithic tools, the only way that we style our hair and the clothes we wear, the characteristics of civilization of a society of people, or driving a long distance to get froyo? What is the definition of an artisan? Is it someone who drinks that special Fiji water? Is someone who guards the walls against siege towers? Or is it a craftsperson or someone who studies written records of the past? Good job, guys. Well done, well done. I just skipped that one on you guys. Didn't mean to do that. A merchant is a person who makes money by selling goods. I didn't give you a chance to reply. All right, we're going to move forward. What is the definition of a scribe? Is it a person who writes? The name given to small villages with clusters of buildings? A person who removes the dirt in the archaeology dig, or the first worm to crawl out in a rainstorm? What is technology? Technology is the use of tools and other inventions for smashing rocks, entertainment purposes only, to waste time playing games like Kahoot, or for practical purposes. Well done. What is a collection of written laws and rules? Good job. Ooh, Madison is climbing the ranks. Good job, good job. Jack's still on top. Question number 24. What is the way a region uses resources to trade goods and services to meet people's needs and wants is called what? Is it economy, tribute, empire, or capital? Oh, good job, guys. What is a city that is the center of government? Is it the capital, tribute, Utsi, or empire? Nicely done. What is a large territory in which several groups of people are ruled by a single government? Is it economy, siege, code of laws, or empire? Jack's still hanging in there on top. What are the two largest rivers in Southwest Asia that flow from Turkey to the Persian Gulf? Is it the Thames and the Danube, the Rhine and the Rhone, the Tigris and the Euphrates, or the Mississippi and Ohio? All right, number 29. What is a military blockade and attack on a city to force it to surrender? Is it a siege, a scribe, a capital, or cuneiform? Good job if you put down siege. Some recurring names from earlier games are doing well again. What is a city that is like a small independent country with its own laws and government? Is it a dam, a ziggurat, a city-state, or a levee? Ooh, hanging in there strong. Question 31. Irrigation is an area in Mesopotamia where cities first developed, a means of supplying land with water, walls around a city, or the geographic area located between the Mesopotamian rivers. Ooh, Julia M., keep it up. Question 32. A wall of earth should be built, not built, to prevent a river from flooding its banks is a capital, a dam, a levee, or a siege tower. All right, guys, still doing good, hanging in there, and Priya's making a move for the leaderboard there. Next question is silt is an area in Mesopotamia where the cities first developed, a tool used for making city-state walls, a means of supplying land with water, or fine particles of rock. Good job, Julia Sweeto. Jack is hanging tough in the leader spot. We've got question 34. A Neolithic town discovered in central Turkey is Babylon, Catalhoyuk, Agade, or Uruk. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jack is still in the lead as we round out, I believe, our last 5 or 6 questions. So here we go, question 35. The Fertile Crescent is a Neolithic town discovered in central Turkey, an arc-shaped region in Southwest Asia, something that can be used to fulfill a need, or means to train a wild animal to be useful to humans. Question 36. What means to train a wild animal to be useful to humans? Is it domesticate, nomad, resource, or trade? What is the name for the later part of the Stone Age that lasted from around 8,000 to 3,000 BCE? Is it prehistoric, Paleolithic, Neolithic, or Mesolithic? Rachel makes an appearance in our leaderboard, and Jack is still hanging on with about 400 points. Question 38. Something that can be used to fulfill a need is called a resource, agriculture, paleo, or nomad. Good job, good job. Question 39. What do you call the one who moves from place to place with no permanent home? Is it an immigrant, a settler, a nomad, or a hobo? All right, guys, last question. What do you call the business of buying and selling or exchanging items? Is it domesticate, trade, silt, or migration? Thanks, Hannah. All right, guys. That pretty much wraps up everything. We'll go ahead and put up the final podium. Good job. Jack came out of nowhere. Dylan was going for that trifecta of being on the podium. Rachel, well done, and as well as everybody else who played with us and focused on us and not so much on us and the little inappropriate chats that were going on. But go ahead and close it all out. I will see you tomorrow. Study, get a good night's sleep.